Spin fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode 116. We back live and direct on that big juicy motherfucking ass and that nice ass sundress, because it's basically the last day you can wear sundress, because on Sunday it's spooky scary skeleton season. October is upon us, motherfuckers. I can't wait. Halloween has emerged as my new favorite holiday. I can't imagine how my life would be without Halloween. And I think a lot of you would relate too. It's perfect. You get to dress up, you get free candy. You know, it's perfectly legal and okay to fuck in public. Don't fact check me on that, but just from personal experience, like that's just something that you can do on Halloween. Anyway, how you guys doing? How you living? How you feeling? Is it raining where you are? I hope it is, because it's not raining where I am. I mean, it's always raining with me, but it's not raining in California, which is a bunch of bullshit. I guess that's why I'm here, to bring the rain to California. You know, that's pretty cool. Dude, oh my fucking God, rest in peace, Coolio, man, what the fuck? You know, I'm not going to pretend like I was a diehard fan. Literally, the only song I can name by Coolio is Gangster Paradise. I'll be completely honest on that. But, that song was so inspirational to, I feel like everybody, that's like the one song you can play in a room. You know how songs have that effect. You can play it in a room and everybody in the room will like either know they've heard it or they'll just sing to it, right? Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. He didn't. 59. I was so shocked. He's a young fucking man still. He died from cardiac arrest. You guys, I don't know. I don't know a lot about Coolio. I didn't know a lot about him, like, you know, post hip hop career. But like, just to be safe, like, I'll make it a PSA. Like, please take care of your body. You know, when you get older, things start to break down, and you never really know what's up with you when you're young. Because when you're young, you have your health. Like, that's, you know, we all know that. But with this 59, like, that's so fucking scary to pass at, you know, it's so young. Like, you have your 60s and your 70s ahead of you, and it's like, God damn. Coolio was a very cool fucking, really cool guy. Very articulate, smart, like, well-read person too. That's something else a lot of people didn't know about him. Guy was a fucking, like, half a bookworm. Where is it? This fix. Nice. So, you know, hearing that was like completely fucking shocking to me. I genuinely couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, Coolio died? How? And, you know, like, may he rest in peace. I hope everybody that was in his camp and all of his family members and everyone that was close to him, you know, in this part of his life, I hope all of you are grieving properly. I hope you guys get the chance to grieve. And I genuinely hope, like, you find, you know, your peace whenever and wherever it takes. I hope that you guys are okay, and may that great man rest, because it's a fucking tragedy. Somebody's outside FaceTiming in their car. I can hear it. It's so fucking loud. Did they answer? I don't think they answered. Oh wait, it's still beeping. Get the fuck off the phone. They're not answering. They probably couldn't hear me, but anyway, along with the podcast, you know, I'm gonna hot take time. That song Ice Spice made, No Clarity, gas. I fuck with that song. I do. Like, I fuck with it because of, like, the 13-second mark, like everybody else, but the beat, you know, you can get like a high melody, like highly emotional melodic song, and then you put that wee woo woo, that New York trap shit over it, and it'll go. And then you get a girl, or anybody really, but in this case it was Ice Spice. You get her talking about how she wanted to fuck her man's man, and he gave her Mozzie in the back of a rental car. You know what I mean? If you're from one of the 7 boroughs, or if you're just from the East Coast, can you tell me what Mozzie means? He gave me Mozzie. Like, what does that mean? Like, he ate your ass. Like, what the fuck does that Mozzie? Is Mozzie like another word for dick? Like, did I just have a lot of very inappropriate and sexual questions about what that word means, because the connotation and the context that it was used in, it was very interesting, and I would like to know what the fuck that word means. Like, I'll Google it, sure, but I would rather, it'd be more entertaining for one of you to tell me, oh, this actually means, and then blank, and then I'll come back on here next week and I'll be like, hey, so turns out Mozzie means, and then like insert whatever the fuck it means here. So, there we go. But yeah, that song is cool. I know she was getting, what the fuck was this? What's the song that got really, really big with her? You thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. Some. That song is fucking whack. Oh, she's really cool. Like, she's a genius marketing wise. Like, she knew her angle. She's light skinned. She can't really rap, but she's light skinned, and she's got body. So, and again, like, she had the whole like trap music thing already figured out. And this isn't like, I'm not saying like every song that she made was bad, but out of every song that I've been listening to thus far, this is just one of those songs like, it's like, oh, I made it. Here you go. You never know what song is going to blow up. You can put a whole bunch of fucking work into something, and you release it, and it like fucking only like a handful of people listen to it. That bullshit that you made that you were like, nobody's ever going to fuck with this. You put that out, and then all of a sudden it gets big on TikTok, and it's like, I guess I need to dumb down the content a little bit. So you gotta give and take. But congrats to her. Song is pretty cool. I feel like there's just better artists. But that No Clarity song, that song is a little gas, just a little bit. Don't tear my fucking head off. But the song is cool. Song is good. Shout out to my boys. A few of my friends are on tour right now. I wonder how the fuck that's going. Shout out to you guys. That shit must be hard. I wonder what tour life is like. I would imagine that it's just, this is how I would imagine like touring around around with your, not, it doesn't have to be your friends, but just touring in general. I would imagine it's like you wake up super crack ass early, like ass crack of dawn. You fucking wake up in this bus full of a bunch of like dudes that haven't showered, and all of you guys are trying to figure out what the fuck to eat, where to shower, and where the water is. And while like the other four dudes are busy like taking dabs, you're trying to collect yourself and mentally prepare for the fact that you have to perform in front of like thousands of people on stage. So in the middle of the afternoon, you guys probably will go to, I don't know, insert like really bad fast food restaurant here. You guys load up. One of your friends is already drunk. Someone's getting Mozzie in the rental car. Somebody's already fucked up. Like, one guy's gone on shrooms. You're losing your mind. It's a pretty tremendous time. And then it's time for you to perform. And you get on there. You got your best shit on. You finally took a shower. Your boy is still fucking mushroomed out. He's out there. He's in the back going deep, talking about why the fuck there's unicorns running around all over the place. And then you get on stage. You make shit happen. You go crazy. Everybody loves you. Somebody tries to throw a bottle at your head. One girl throws her panties. Some dude throws his boxers. And, you're cool. And then you get off stage. You have a good time. You talk to your friends. And then that's when the real shit happens. You get to fucking bring some groupies back to the bus. Smells crazy in the bus, though. All of you guys haven't been washing your asses. It smells like fucking boxers, BO, and bullshit in there. Disgust. Not good. But hey, she don't give a fuck because you don't give a fuck. So you go back in there, you get Mozzie in the bathroom while all your boys are out there, snorting some, and doing fucking God knows what. It don't matter. You're out here getting Mozzie, so you ain't paying attention. And then after that, like, you wake up, you go to sleep. You pass out like 5 a.m., got to wake up at 8 a.m. Wake up the next day, she's still in the bed, you don't know why. And, like, that's it. And then you just rinse and repeat until the tour is over. I would imagine that's how it would go. If the tour is local, then maybe it could be a little different. But as far as, like on that Zzztour Lyfe shit, it's how I would imagine. Now, if you're a bigger artist, like, anybody really, like Uzi, whoever the hell, I fucking love Uzi. That's why I said it. I would imagine if you're that fucking ginormous, your touring for you is probably way easier because you just have jets and buses and hotels and motherfuckers kissing your ass cheeks and shit like that. So I would imagine tour life like that would be like you have your own room. You get in the PJ, you get Mozzie on the PJ. There's a shrimp cocktail, a whole bottle of champagne, and a white man that's willing to read you bedtime stories. On top of like 3 white bitches with big asses. And then this is not for me. This is just personally what I'm thinking, like what it's like to tour. And then you go, you're on your jet for like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. It don't fucking matter. You're getting Mozzie on that motherfucker. And then you fly in. You get to your destination, you check into your hotel. Your hotel's really nice. You get this big ass room, big bed. You have a party in there a little bit, just a little bit. You just invite a few hoes, and then you got your boys in there already. And you guys are having a good time, got that drinking and smoking, all that shit going on. The dude that was willing to read you bedtime stories, he's still in there talking shit. He's not even reading bedtime stories no more. He just wants to talk shit. So he's just in there talking just the same amount of bullshit that all you guys were on. He's trying to get Mozzie in the fucking back of the PJ too. Like he's on the same level as us. So we got to just let him rock. So then you get off, or Uzi or whoever the fuck, whatever rich person that you want to imagine touring is doing, that person is, they get off the bus or the plane or the whatever, and then they they're in the hotel. So they spend like pretty much like only 30 minutes in the hotel, really. It's a very luxurious place, but not just 30 minutes, because you're out shopping and eating and taking pictures and trying to sightsee and trying to go to all the little secret crevice, like secret hidden gems in cities where people either don't know about them or you have to have like a certain amount of money to get into. You go to all those places, and then it's like, now it's, it's getting a little dark. It's like 6 p.m. Now you got to start getting into performing mode, but you're always ready to perform because you're at the top of the game right now. You go to the venue, they sign you in. No, fuck that shit. I'm thinking about Uzi. Uzi's late. He's he's gonna show up late because he's getting Mozzie by like 3 people in the back of his his Rolls Royce or whatever what are those called? His blacked out Escalade. Because everybody's got a big ass Escalade that they just sit in. It looks like 5 people can sit in one of those rows. So he's in there getting Mozzie or whatever, smoking a wood to the face. And it's like he was supposed to be on stage at 8. It's 9:01. He runs to the stage. He's got his microphone. Everybody, Uzi. And then he goes to the stage. He starts blowing shit up. Everybody starts losing hair. People start fucking lighting people on fire. Crazy as fuck that I said that too, because when we went to go to Hard Summer, some guy, I don't know how the fuck he managed to sneak in flares, but he snuck in a flare and he was holding it up, and like 3 of them motherfucking flare sparks hit me. And keep in mind that this is when I just got my retwist, my like dreads hit, and they were braided. So it's just nothing but just luxurious scalp all right here, right? And I knew this motherfucker got me fucked up because I felt 3 little hot as fuck sparks just boop, boop, just burn me, and I'm like, hey, one of my locks fucking singed the fuck off? Like, what's going on here? Luckily, no damage. That's why you got to take good care of your hair. Absolutely no damage was done to my luxurious, beautiful locks. None of them. Not one. So they're lighting people on fire. Some guy's got a flamethrower. Everybody's loving it. He, bounces. Everybody's going crazy. And then, he says what he's got to say, and then everybody get off. And then he goes back to this is the other part, right? You always got to throw an okay, I'll pull up. How about an after party? Always. There's always got to be an after party. Capybaras are the shit. You and all your friends, yeah, they love to get naughty. I don't know. Real quick, though, I don't know how the fuck that was the song for Capybaras. Like, when was that decided? Like, I guess like they all mob out together and they swim, but how the fuck are they pulling up to the after party? Am I driving them? Because I'm fucking down. They'll pull up for show if I'm driving them. There's no way. There's not a more reliable person to drive these motherfuckers to the after party than me. So just let me know. Let me know. I'll get a nice suit. You know, if you want me to wear assless chaps, then you're gonna have to pay a little extra. But I'm just saying, if you want me to wear them, you're going to have to pay extra. It's not that I'm not willing. It's just I got to look after myself, and I'll drive you there. So capybaras, capybaras in the chat. If you guys really want to see me do whatever the fuck, let me know. Actually, this is a good time. Subscribe on YouTube. You can like, you can comment. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. I also have Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. I have podcasts uploaded on SoundCloud, but it's not, all of them aren't on there anymore. If I get enough people saying that they would want me to upload on SoundCloud, I'll definitely just re-upload everything. But until then, like, it's like you can listen to pretty much like my whole like beginning discography on SoundCloud, but nothing recent. But yeah, subscribe. You guys kick ass. The amount of views and comments that I've been getting have been very wonderful. You guys kick a lot of ass. I'm waiting for the bad comments though. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, nigga, you suck, because that's the day that I just transform, and that's the day. That is the day, nigga, you ain't good. You should give up now. All right. Watch this. Type shit. Oh my god, that's the competition. It's about drive. It's about power, motherfucker. Where was I? Uzi show's over. He's at his hotel now, and this is the real reason why he got it, so he can throw a fat ass rager in that motherfucker. So everybody's in there. Everybody's going deep, going crazy. Mozzie here and there, and just the best trees ever. And there's more and more people start to show up. He's losing fucking control. He doesn't know what the fuck is happening. He's bitch slapping people. It's girls gone wild in that mode. It's boys gone wild in there too. Everybody's going deep. And then he passes out around like 11 a.m. and he don't got a show the next day. So he could rest, and then he's got a show the next day. So he can just rest for a day, and then boom. That's how I imagine tour life is. Just very, very fun. Either like out of both of the stories, out of both of the scenarios that I told, I'd be completely fine with both of them. Both of them are an experience, because you got to go through the first one to eventually like one day get to the second one, right? You got to struggle. That's just how it is. You have to just live in that, not impoverished, but you got to live in, the messy circumstance. You got to get your hands dirty for what you really want. So if you really want to go on tour, you're going to have to pull strings. You're going to have to make compromises, and you have to be willing to see anything is what I'm imagining. And then, one day after all of that hard work and sacrifice is done, because I would imagine, again, touring like that takes more money out of your pocket than it puts in. Or if you even break even, because I would, again, you could probably just go on tour just for the pure exposure of going on tour, and then you don't make money, but you don't get any either. So all blessings, all curses, or all blessings, no curses, because you have to grind, and you have to fight, and you have to get your hands dirty, and you got to get your legs and your feet and your ass. You got to get all that shit dirty, covered in mud, if you're willing to do what you want to do. If you want to do it at the highest level, you got to grind and put yourself in that fucking hole and sit in there, and don't come out until the finished product, or something that's closer, that resembles what you really want to do with your life, is somewhere on the surface, or if you've seen it a little bit. And then after that, then you get shit rocking. But you got to pay attention. I had notes. I'm over here like, yo, fuck am I talking about? Oh yeah, my football, my daily football talk. So Myles Garrett, very good defensive end for the Cleveland Browns, a humongous guy. He recently just got into a really bad car accident. He's fine. The passenger that was with him is fine. His car is completely totaled. Small car too. He was in a Porsche, and this guy's like 6'5", 274 or some shit. Arms as big as watermelons. And he walks out of the car and he's good. He was, not a scratch on him. Very dazed, he's probably super fucking like, what the fuck just happened? Like he flipped off, he went off the road and his car flipped. So he's a little disoriented. His passengers, they were fine. They thought they were coming up on a fatality the way that, if there are so many skids on the road and then they just see this car flipped over in the middle of a field. It's like, oh my God, this isn't good. So, he's fine. Thank God he'll make a full recovery. I don't know if he'll play on Sunday, like just because, like given the circumstances, I'm pretty sure he did a full MRI to make sure if anything was broken. I don't keep up. The Browns aren't one of those teams that I keep up with because of Deshaun Watson. We don't need to talk about that situation. Maybe a different day, but not today. So I just make it a point not to pay too much attention to them, even if they're winning. But I do like Myles Garrett. I do like Randall. I do like Nick Chubb. I like a few players on there. Denzel Ward. But the organization as a whole, fuck you guys. You guys know what you did. But he's fine. Now, the fucking real headline of this week was Tua Tagovailoa. He was the quarterback for Alabama few years ago. He's now the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. He had a pretty shaky injury 5 days ago when they played on Sunday, and he was getting on the field and he was very wobbly, like he was fucking easing on down the road like he was the straw man. And after the press conference, everybody was like, "Oh no, it's just his back. It's his back. He's fine, and he'll come out. It's my back." And then the coach, "Oh, it's his back," and they're like, "Okay." No one believed in the media that it was his back. I personally, I don't know. But what I will say is a lower back problem. I don't know if your lower back is going to make you collapse top down. Because wouldn't it just be bottom, like you're fucking bottom and then you just fall? Not, you're wobbly. And then your head is wobbly, and so are your shoulders, and then it travels down to your legs. I don't think that's how. I'm pretty sure that's not how back injuries work. But anyway, what happens yesterday? Game versus the Bengals, and them icy ass motherfucking jerseys they got too. Yeah. Anyway, Tua takes a really ugly hit. Really, really bad, unfortunate, and his fingers start to retract and he's holding them in front of his face. And we all kind of know when you take a severe head, like when you get hit in the head or if you have a concussion or if your brain took any sort of trauma, what happens is your hands go up in the air and you lose complete motor skills of them. They're just stuck like that. And that's exactly what happened to him. He was carted off the field. Usually when a real grievous injury happens on the field, players will give a thumbs up to show that they're okay. He didn't do that. They sent him to the Cincinnati University, something that has to do with spine and brain medicine. They evaluated him. They said he was fine. He was able to fly back with the team. But what they told him when he left was, "You're fine. We're going to let you fly back, but we highly recommend the second you get down there, you need to schedule an MRI to make sure that there's no further damage. Completely check out what's going on, and then you should decide, and then you go from there." I feel like he should see 5 doctors. He definitely has the means to do so. He's a quarterback in the NFL. They have all of the fucking resources at their disposal. So I would imagine that he would spare no expenses to make sure that his health is okay, because your health is your wealth, especially if you play in the NFL or any sort of sport. But the NFL mainly because it's men hitting each other as hard as they can, running as fast as they can. So, speedy recovery to Tua. I'm really fucking happy that he's okay, because the hit he took was bad. It was really fucking ugly, guys. I'm not going to show it. I won't, but if you, maybe I will on TikTok, but it was just a really bad really, really bad. He got thrown to the ground. His head hit the turf first. And if you've played football, you know how fucking bad it is when you get hit, when you get like thrown around like that. It's a lot of pressure. It's not good. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is he's okay. He's fine. I'm imagining, like, obviously we all think that he'll make a full recovery and he'll be back on the field soon. And that'll be that. He, something, best case scenario, something like this doesn't happen again. He'll have to sit out for maybe 2 weeks. That's good. That's just regular protocol. Might be longer because the NFL wants to look into his concussion protocol for the first time that they claimed that he was okay. So what they're probably going to end up doing is keeping him out for 2 weeks at a minimum. And then if they find any malpractice, then they'll handle like that the way that they do. Now, this is also something that's crazy as fuck too, because if the Dolphins are found not going through all of or not following and or not going through all of their concussion protocol procedures, then they can be in some really deep shit because their fucking owner is already gone. He got suspended for a year, so they don't even have an owner right now. So who does that go down to? The general manager, the head coach? Like, the head coach is a rookie coach. He came from Kyle Shanahan's camp. He was a part of he was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers last year. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. And I found it interesting, that he said in the press conference when he was talking about Tua, he said thank God that it was only a concussion and it wasn't anything else, or if it wasn't like something that was that had to do with his spine that could have left him paralyzed. And for him to say thank God, or I'm grateful that it was only a concussion, is crazy as fuck in itself, because concussions are nuts. They're crazy. I've had one concussion in my life and it was terrible. It sucks. You can't pay attention to anything. It's literally like you got hit by a flashbang. It's exactly how it is, but it's after like that initial, like that first day of you being concussed, I would say for about a week, it's like it's different for everybody. Mine, I fully recovered from it for like after a week, but I felt the ramifications of it for about 2 days and a half. But yeah, not fun. Do not recommend it to anybody. This is also a PSA, completely, not related to, or it is related to what we're talking about. If you plan on putting your children in contact sports such as football, if you're a parent, wait until they get to high school. Don't put them in when they're younger. You got to preserve your kid's brain as much as possible. You don't want them to get hit early on, taking, repeated hits when they're kids, because then when they get older, it's like, okay, they have all of these impairments when they have to go through life, and you don't want to do that. The best case scenario is put them in when they're in high school. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. They're old enough to make their own choices versus you like signing them up. Hey, do you want to play football? Yeah. Do you want to play football, Timmy? Sure, Dad. Of course he's going to say yeah, because you're his dad or you're his mom. So, so boom, he goes in, he gets fucking rocked, and in the end, put your kid in when they get to high school, and then like leave it at that. But I really hope that this guy Tua is okay. That hit was fucking gross. But yeah, he's good. Whole Dolphin organization, they're cool too. And I think that's it for football. So you guys can start clapping and cheering and clapping your ass cheeks together, because I'm not talking about sports anymore. Nice. Yeah, I am. Actually, I lied. That GM in the NBA that got caught having a sexual relationship with one of the consensually while he was married, he was engaged. That fucking wedding's over. Shit is gone. Shit is done. You mean, man, what? You not only did you cheat on me, you got caught cheating on me with a bitch that you work with. You can't do no bullshit like that, man. You know better. So do better. You make too much money to be fucking around like this. You couldn't even pick somebody that was off the street. Like, you had to be in the building. For real. Out of all the god motherfucking money you make, all the people you see, all the gorgeous motherfuckers that you pass by, had to be this person. That's crazy. But I digress. No more spitting fire in the booth. But rapper. Oh, okay, yeah, you said it. All right, sick. Spitting fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. I love saying that shit so fucking much. Let's rain. Ooh, I love saying that too. Oh shit! Somebody asked me a few days ago what the fuck that means. Let me tell you right now. Before we move on, let's rain is literally like, I guess like what it means, but I spell it RAIN, like the water rain, but it's supposed to be the other spelling, REI. I don't know how to fucking spell it, but rain as in like take over. That's what I mean, but how I'm spelling it is the actual like rain, water, the precipitation that comes from the fucking sky. Why do I do that? I like rain and I want to take shit over. I didn't think it was that cool, but I don't know, the more I kept saying it, the more people fucked with it. So let's rain. You can rain everywhere. You can do it anywhere. As long as you got me, it's always going to be raining, baby. Stay hydrated, drink water, drink coffee. Drink coffee. Have a cup of coffee. Coffee's nice. Coffee season is upon us. It's getting all warm. I know you bitches can't fucking wait for those pumpkin spice lattes, bro. I know you can't, because neither can I. At least like 3 in October. You know, you're allowed to have 3. Or I give myself like, okay, I'm allowed to have at least 3 this month. They're good, but I can't drink that shit every day. So I'll probably pick one up, I don't know, sometime this week. Sometime soon. Don't fucking judge me. Oh my god. Damn, what time is it? Fucking 2. I don't know why you guys like hitting me up at random times in the AM saying the most wild shit, bro. Like it'll be 5 a.m. I'm over here going to the bathroom. I'll check my messages and it's like, bro, you're gonna talk about that video that leaked, bro, of Sasquatch clapping some bitch's cheeks. I'm like, that didn't happen. There's no way that's a real video. And he's like, okay, my bad. But the real video I wanted you to check out was the Loch Ness Monster actually coming out on land and fucking giving a whole speech about why she's been hiding. I'm like, whoa. That's not true, bro. You know who the fuck you are, too, sending me this wackadoo shit hella early in the morning, bro. Fuck, you guys are cool. I love my violence, man. All right, I'm gonna stop beating your guys' ear, though. Spin fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode 116. Thank you for listening. I'm Devon, aka Drapion. I'll see you guys later.
I gave her super balls.
Let's
baby, I'ma catch you. Not supposed to fall to the end. Can we still be friends? I won't let anyone in. You'll never see me again.